It's great to see you, Brother David, and we're so thrilled that you're going to be coming to do our gospel meeting here in just a few days. We're eagerly anticipating this, and we've been looking forward to thinking with you about being active Christians and how to be better servants of the Lord, to be more like Jesus, and to follow in his footsteps. And you're just the person to help us see from the scriptures how to do this. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions to sort of whet our appetite for this seminar that we have upcoming. And I guess one question would be, why is it important for us to be active in our Christianity?
That's a great question. There are so many people who are lost, and there are even people in our own congregations and our own assemblies that are not members of the church yet, and we want to reach them. And perhaps they might not listen to our sermons or hear our sermons or sometimes even be able to follow or understand our sermons, but they can certainly read our lives. And so being active as a Christian helps us to grow personally, but it also helps the Lord's church to grow. And so, in a day and time where it's so easy to be inactive, it's important to be reminded that the Lord expects us to be active in everything we do for Him.
Give us a little preview of some things you might want to consider from the scriptures that will motivate us about how we can use our talents and our abilities in the service to the Lord, and things that might motivate us to be more active.
That's a great question. If it's okay, I'll just give you a little preview of what I'm going to try to do in the lessons. Friday night, I want to talk about do right and wrong ever change? And in our society today, unfortunately, we seem to have those mixed up. And then on Saturday night, I want to start with who are churches of Christ and try to remind us of our identity. And again, I don't know how it is there. I have a pretty good idea. But around here in Memphis and Nashville, it just seems like the church is losing its identity, and in the process becoming stagnant or inactive, and certainly not active in the way that the Lord would want us to be active. So I want to talk about that to begin with on Saturday night, and then I want to touch on God's amazing grace, that even with our stumbles and our failures, our insecurities, we're not alone in this. And if we're active, the Lord's active in our lives. And then Sunday morning, I want to talk mainly to families about rearing Christian children in a crazy culture, crazy world, mixed up world. And the backbone of the church is the family. And we together as a family can do a lot of great good for the church, and we can do as a congregation a lot of great good for our young people. So I want to try to talk about that in the Bible class on Sunday morning. And then for worship, I want to talk about the love of God and coming home, and knowing that we always have a place. And then finally, to finish thinking about the cross. And Jesus, of course, was active even to his last breath. But to understand why he did that, I think hopefully will motivate us to be more active. So that's what I'm going to try to do in the meeting, Lord willing.
Thank you so much for talking to us and previewing this gospel meeting for us, and we eagerly anticipate your arrival. Thanks so much for being with us.
Caleb, thank you, and give my love to your family, to everyone there. Kathy and I are looking forward to coming and being with you, and you'll get the best part of me when you get her. So I'm looking forward to it, brother. Can't wait.
Great. Thanks again.